on the bike for a little over a half hour, about 30 miles, and been running about 60 miles an hour. Feeling good. Really surprised at how well this bike handles a trip like this. A little bit buzzed, but not too bad. Tenere 700 definitely smoother. It's hard to describe. It's like a high frequency buzz. In comparison to the KLR, this I want to say that it feels smoother, but I think that's honestly just because the KLR, I guess obviously is just larger and seems to chug more than it vibrates, I guess. You guys that have ridden both these bikes probably know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't ridden either of these, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but I guess that's just the best way that I can describe it. The KLR feels more like a kind of a slow vibration, where this is just, again, that high frequency buzz. Definitely need to get these pegs down a little bit lower though. That is not the greatest for standing. So I'm actually up here to check out what's left of the sled trail, because this particular sled trail runs on county land for a long time. And woo, these are, whoa, there are, oh, this is gonna be difficult. Oh, I've got to say, I am not impressed with these tires so far. I don't think I'm even going to be able to do this. The sled trail here runs on the county land, and it also, very importantly, does not run on the ATV trails. Oh, I'm plowing into it and picking up snow, or water, I mean. This runs into county forest that does have ATV trails on it, but the sled trail for a long time does not run on the ATV trail at all. So, because I'm on a plated bike, or more importantly the KLR 650 that still has the grip studs in it, is a plated road going vehicle. I believe I'm in the clear to ride the snowmobile trail for as long as I want to, as long as we're not going on the ATV trail. And obviously I don't want to be tearing anything up anyways, but I figure if we've got a nicely groomed trail here yet, might as well get out and use it before all this snow melts off and before I take the grip studs out. I don't know how much better that bike, those tires and grip studs would do out here compared to, what are these? I never remember. Continental TKC 80s. I think this is what Mace's ADV runs all the time, but I've got to say, I'm not impressed with them. Not that he makes it a point to go out and ride on the snow and ice, as I'm sure most don't, but I've got to say, as maybe unstable and not nice as the Tusk D Sports are on the highway, they do extraordinarily well on the snow and ice. And I think that's just because these are really more like a sport bike tire with some grooves cut into them. So, woo, as soon as they pack up with snow, then, well, they end up just turning it into a slick, more or less. Obviously, that's not good, where the D Sports have a ridiculously wide profile. Yeah, I don't know. I think, whoa! I think if I had some studs in these tires and they would actually track straight, I think this might actually be fun. Maybe I won't pull the studs out of the KLR quite yet. I'm just gonna throw some in the Super Sherpa for my dad. Whoa, since I took him out of the TW, because sadly that bike was kind of useless with the studs in it, just because the tires are so fat you don't dig down enough to get traction. Oh, apparently when there's water under the trail, it's not so good. Oh, yikes. It's quite the little river there. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this is more like slush. I don't know that my studs are really going to help. Oh, man, yeah. maybe my dream to get out with the studs one more time is just going to remain that, a dream, because this... this is like just driving on slush. Oh well, I'm sure Jerry will be just happy to get out on a road ride on his new Tenere 700. Oh, I can tell you one thing, I'm glad I don't have a Tenere for this. I'm sure true enduro riders think that this thing is a pig, but man, compared to what I'm used to, this thing is so nice to move around. This MSR hydration pack, by far my favorite accessory. I feel like I never mention it. I suppose when it's on my back, it's hard to remember until I need a drink, and then, oh man, I'm always so glad that that thing is just right there to grab. I don't have to take my helmet off. Highly recommend you guys get something like this. I don't care if you use my affiliate link to help out the channel, or if you just go pick up one from your local shop. It is definitely something that you will be glad that you have. You don't have to worry about goofing around with water bottle anymore. It's just always right there. Whoa! This is just forever changing. Some spots are nice. Some spots are 6 inches of slush. I'm actually surprised how well this bike handles this for as torquey as it is. Ooh. Although I guess most of the time I think my wheel is just spinning, so I guess maybe that doesn't really matter, but it does seem like it's pretty controllable power. I've kind of been considering getting the ECU flashed after I get a different pipe, but we'll see. Glad to see that the camera hasn't fallen off yet. I got that just VHB taped to the handguard, and it seems like it is maybe a little bit smoother than what I had previously, but honestly, I'm pretty sure that eventually it's just going to fall off. That's a lot of weight to be hanging directly out on some VHB tape. Hey, we could come up here tomorrow and just cruise on this road. This looks nice. Interested to see what my dad thinks of the T7. I'm definitely was having a little bit of a hard time letting it go, but honestly, now that I've got the 701, and especially since my dad's still got the T7 now, I'm kind of excited to see what he thinks of it, and glad that now all the time spent putting mods on and all the money spent putting mods on is at least going to somebody that I get to watch enjoy it. So worked out kind of cool. I'm doing this. Testing myself in the tires, I guess, and the bike. Whew. Yeah. Long ways to go if I keep going that way. Not gonna do that. I can smell the springtime mud though. Springtime mud on hot motorcycle parts. Nothing quite like it after the long winter. I cannot believe how nice these trails are yet. If you're on a snowmobile, that is. I would ride my snowmobile on these trails. They did get quite a bit of snow up here after the trails closed, I think, even, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Front tire just does not grab like I would like it to. Seems to work okay on the pavement. Woo! On the pavement. Of course it works okay on the pavement. Seems to work okay on the gravel and a little bit of dirt and wet gravel that I've taken it through so far. We'll see. I'm a little bit nervous that since it's not impressing me on the snow and ice, that it's also not going to impress me when it's all packed up with mud. Yeah, I gotta get some lower pegs and some higher bars for this thing. Whoa! My hands and wrists hurt now, but I think that's from over squeezing. Oh, that's Feels good to be back on the pavement. On the pavement? What's with me in pavement today? Feels good to be back out on the dirt. And gotta say, that was kind of fun though. Oh, that is so nice. You don't have to make a choice between stopping and getting a drink or staying on the bike and enjoying the ride. Feels good to be out here. Just beautiful. So I think I am creeping up on the pavement here again. I'll shut the camera equipment down for a little while. I think I'm probably on like an hour, riding on an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours now. Did quite a bit of goofing around off the road. What are we at? 56 and a half since I filled up today. So we'll see how this goes, and I'll turn the cameras back on and see how I'm feeling about the 701. Up on 90 miles since I hit the gas station earlier today, and I've got to say, man, I am so impressed with this bike. You have rip snorting power for both on and off-road. Pull the wheel up off the ground like nothing, yet you can cruise, I guess today only 55, 60 miles an hour, but at 50 miles an hour, man, it's just like the absolute sweet spot. Like everything smooths out. It did so good off-road on those snow-covered trails when I had to hop off it, and even when I was on it, maneuvering it at slow speeds like that, it's just so nice. It definitely feels like you're riding a aggressive dirt bike at 60 miles an hour, but in like the best way possible. I don't know. I love it.